super nice and super easy. I'm going to show you how to integrate these unlootable pixel gap loot rooms just like this, and they are unlootable, so when you do go ahead and break them, the stashes, the gray stashes, do not come up out no matter how much you spam E. And we'll go ahead and show you how to integrate them in any base, and not only like most people just do them on the ground level, but we're going to be able to put them on any level in the base, just like up here. I have it upgraded to show you, and you can go ahead and do what I always say to do, and put a locked open double door, leave it open when you're offline to cover that, and leave it open so they don't want to raid it, and then it covers the pixel gap, and then you can go ahead and have your all your boom hidden in here or whatever. And then I also like to put one, again, locked open double door. I like to put one on the bottom of a loot room like this, because why are you going to go further? I mean, it's HGrim, so you see it here, but if everything was upgraded all the same, why would you go further to think that there's more loot beneath the loot room? Anyways, we'll show you how to do it. It's gonna be super nice and super easy. All right, it's super easy to build. All you gotta do is, just like a offset bunker, you're just gonna do the twig 1x3, just like this, just for a nice, easy way to create a pixel gap. And when you put a wall right here, one of these will have a very large gap, and one of these will have a thin gap. And we'll go ahead and do that again on the other side in case you're unfamiliar. Just come into the top left corner, building plan, square foundation, look down and line yourself up when you're running left and right, strafing. Make sure you're not snapping into the foundation like this. Line yourself up, crouch, put whatever height of the foundation you want your base. If you want stability bunkers, whatever, hold Alt, click, then move to the right, and then that shadow is going to shift like this. And then you want it shifted, and then click after it's shifted, and you want to just create a 1x3 with 2 shifts, just like that. And then you'll have one of these will have a giant gap, and one will have a small gap. This one has a small gap, and this one has a giant gap. And then to create your base, wait, which side does this have the big gap on? There's a big gap. You need the big gap for triangle floors. All right, so it's this side. And we don't want to build our actual whole base with the gap size, because we don't want any errors. So we have the gap between this one and this one. So we want, say, a 2x1, and we'll start our 2x1 right here. And we don't want a 1x3, so we'll do a hexagon to the left or right to make this one a triangle. And then snap it off your square like that. That's confirming with there, and you'll have your pixel gap saved right here. And then you can go ahead and start your 2x1, however you want to do your 2x1. Just like that, whatever. And then again, for the same thing, once you find your gap, you just want to build off one side. So let's say we wanted to put this in like a 2x2, like this. Wait, is our gap right here? It is. So we just need this. All right, and then we just want to again build left and right if we want a 4x4 or a 2x2 with triangles, and build back like this. Confirm that pixel gap is right there, and then you can go ahead and start your base, whichever base footprint you want to do. And then wherever you have 2 triangles like that, you could integrate this. And then once you have your pixel gap triangle with your triangle upgraded behind your starter base or anything like that, you're going to want to sink a floor at half height in it. But before you go ahead and put these walls, sometimes you will get, like, it's user error, but you will get a build error if you put those walls first and then you put your foundations here. You're probably going to put it on the wrong plane, like right here. I can't put a square right here, and then right here I can. So you need to make sure that you got it on the right one. And just build it off of that triangle, whichever one's blue and blue. Oh, it's the foundation, and then we have to like build it back or something. Okay, yeah, see, very weird. But just make sure you seal off build out your foundations and upgrade to whatever footprint you want first. Make sure it's all blue and everything. Like that. And then you want to sink a floor at half height in here, off of your pixel gapped area, and then wherever you want to build in it for your pixel gap, let's say let's go ahead and just speed build a little something around here. Just like that. And wherever you want to put your horizontal, I mean your like unlootable pixel gap room, everything here is going to be on your same plane of building. So we just got one floor right there, and when we build off of our pixel gap half wall floor in there, like this, and build off of it, there will be our gap. A lot easier to see in Twig, and you could follow your Twig floor patterns. Coming off here, snap it over, snap it right there, and then snap it right here, and then when you upgrade, you have your pixel gap right there, and it gives stability, so you don't need to worry about like it's sticking to it. There's just a gap in there for some reason. And then that's the same thing with wherever you are at in your base. So we can go ahead and create that same loot room in the intro like this. And just like that, you could just outfit the whole 2x1 like this, and there'll be a pixel gap. There will be a pixel gap loot room under here, and of course you would have to put your boxes in here before you go ahead and seal everything up. And now we have our pixel gap floor in here with our loot room. Just like that, and then we can put boxes over it. And to get it on the 3rd floor or anything like that, let's say we wanted one up here. Again, everything here is on the same plane, so we just build off of our one floor that's stuck in the back. And then we could go, it doesn't matter what we do actually, we can go like this. Build it around here. Build it over like this. Build it like this. Build it like this. And there's our pixel gap. We'll do that one more time in Twig, because I know some people are going to be, you just go ahead and build off our floor at half height that we sunk in there. Just again, make sure the patterns, just snap it off the previous floor. Same thing. Wherever you're at, oh, we actually deleted half of it, so we need to be right here, and we would just float it. Again, it provides stability, so it'll stick to the other side. And then we have a pixel gap right here, and we could break all this Twig. You could literally build it a single pylon out there with the floor at half height that you could build back in Twig off of, just to place a triangle floor through the wall that'll have a gap on the other side. And you could put one right there. All right, then let's say you have a giant 2x1 expansion like this, or a 2x2 with your floor at half height on the pixel gap triangle, or your 2x2 starter, wherever you fully expand, like a giant 2x1 shell like this, wherever you want to build it. As you can see that Twig right there, let's say we have a double diamond right here. All of this is on the same plane, and then we just want to build a floor off of that floor at half height. And then you could build up off of that floor, not the foundation, and then build up all around wherever you want it. So we want this right here, so we'll just go ahead and build a double door frame there and build our floor off of that. It looks like it literally snapped to the other side. Make sure the gap is gap, and it is not gap. And which side is the gap? That one, there it is, just like that. And then you could float that pixel gap wherever it is, like on floor, like all the Twig, because it provides stability. And then you could have one of these up here. So all you have to do is make sure that you have the one pixel gap when you have your starter base like that. And then since it's saved, you're good. You can go ahead and upgrade everything, and then just add a floor at half height if you want one on half height ground level. If you don't need it at all. You don't need to add that floor at half height. You can just build off of this triangle and this floor like this, wherever you want in your build, to add that floor. And when you break that and add it off of this side, wherever you want, you have a pixel gap loot room just like this. And then you could break all of this when that has stability. When that has stability, the pixel gap is stuck to it, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. And again, super nice, super easy. Integrate those pixel gaps on the 3rd floor, 4th floor roof.